grew up in a small town called Malindi, and it's in the coastal parts of Kenya.
And you were number 8 of 9 children?
I was number 8 of 9 for my mother.
Yes.
And my father had 18, so yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you remember everyone's name?
Well,
Of course.
I've got 2 kids and get them mixed up.
No, we do. And when I came to the West, actually, people say, you know, half brother. This is my half brother.
Yeah.
We don't have that in the African culture. You know,
What is it,
your
just
brother
my
is your
brother?
brother. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. So there are no halves. Yeah.
And so what was it like for you growing up there? What was a typical day for you, and what did it look like?
It was actually really beautiful because I grew up in a tropical heaven, almost. Yeah, and I went to school under a mango tree. So we had this beautiful exotic fruit and all that, and we used to walk to school. So we would walk to through cornfields, which were so, you know, like taller than ourselves.
Wow.
And we could play hide and seek in there if we wanted to. We had food forests we could, you know, that we explored and went to, climbed trees. So it was lovely, really, growing up in that, yeah.
And did you have much freedom? Was there just like, yep, go out and play?
Go out and play, yes. In the beginning, you know, when we lived with my mom, and when you were young, as a girl, I meant boys are always free.
Right.
But my family was a little bit strict family.
Right.
So when I grew up a little bit and I was in year 7, I think equivalent to year 8 here, my father was like, no, you're a big girl now, so no more schooling.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So I had to
wow.
stop school. Yeah.
Well, that's, you know, extremely different, obviously, than here where education is so important. Were the boys told to stop school, or was it?
No, it was only the girls. Actually, I wasn't even going to go to school, but out of my strong will, I did. I convinced my mother that I was going to take care of my younger brother, who she was really protective of. And I said, well, if he goes to school, Mom, he's going to be bullied. So I'm going to help him out. So that's how I really literally went to school.
So did your other sisters get to go to school too?
No, my other sisters didn't go to school.
Oh, so it was just
Yeah,
you?
it was just me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why is that? What do you think that is? Really?
Look, it's different for every family. Like there are some Somali liberal families who really are very big in education and all that. But my family was a very strict Islamic kind of family. And so my father was very much into, you know, I don't like girls going out there. Yeah. And my mother too. I mean, it was just like, you know, protecting your girls and making them ready to be wives. And so that's all that we were groomed for, literally. Yeah.
Which is so different to what the life you ended up living.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And that would have been a huge thing for you to go, no, actually, that's not for me. I do want to do this.
Oh, yeah. And I do write about it now. Like, you know, my mind wasn't one for household chores. You know, it was very curious mind. I started reading at a very early age. Like by 7, I was reading. And I read books like The Famous Five and things like that. So it was just, you know, I had that, my mind opened, and I was, you know, having experiences other than the ones that I lived in.
Yes.
And I think that's what made me really, you know, maybe I even attracted this Western world, you know, in hindsight.